What's good, everybody? NextEra back with some more World of Warships Legends. Today we have the Kamikaze. Now, this video is not actually purely about the Kamikaze, but I was going to use the clip, so I'll show you what I have on the boat. This boat only has one module, aiming mod 1. This boat, I'm running 0 concealment. This is Gleaves, torpedo range, and a toggle for reduced detection, and subsurface, fragile threat, torpedo safari, destroy or be destroyed, and unstoppable. Today we have a domination match. I'm in a torpedo boat, right? This boat is not inherently built for fighting off a cap. You know, it's built, you can cap in it, but it's not built to cap, right? Like, it's not built to, fight off a, for example, like a US gunboat or something like that, right? But it is capable of zoning a couple of ships, right? So you have 2 battleships and a cruiser trying to come in, and I can just lay down just enough mess to slow down this call shrew while I'm trying to get my team to actually knock out the cruiser, right? He's my primary threat in this situation. Or if a destroyer wanted to pop in here. Mind you, my nose is still pointing to out of the cap if I needed to. So, and he beached himself. So, today's video is less about necessarily this gameplay, but also to kind of get you guys thinking about, skill versus advantage, right? Some boats are inherently going to have a certain amount of advantage. I have 0 concealment on this boat right now, but my concealment's 4.8. To give you some context, in a Fubuki or an ACAT right now, my detection would be a 5 kilometer, and this cruiser has a 5 kilometer sonar. So, I'm just driving out of that. Anyway, so is it, in my advantage with this boat, I'm able to be more concealed than other ships. That's what comes with being in a Japanese destroyer. You're naturally more concealed. But we're also told to, run certain commanders, like you have to do X, Y, Z, and in some ways this video is also like to new players, or even players who've been playing for a long time and just feel pressured into playing a certain style. You have to play to your skills. If you enjoy shooting your guns and you're really good at it, or if you like, just charging boats or whatever it is, you need to just make your boat, take what your boat is good at and accentuate it for your skills. Make it work for your playstyle. This boat right now, I'm just pestering these battleships. I'm tired. Like, I filmed this not too long ago. I got off work. I don't really want to be hyper, like, I'm not try hard right now. I'm just trying to get a win, That's it. And what a lot of people don't realize, playing to get a win is nowhere near as glamorous as, trying to hit some damage record or doing something fancy. But everything about getting a win involves some version of like showcase of some form of skill, be it being the team player, knowing when to just hang out with your friends. See, there are 3 battleships with me. I popped this smoke to try to set that guy on fire, but I have no intention of staying in this smoke, right? I know that this is the perfect time to torp that angle right there, because the Peter is most likely going to continue to drive straight. That's all skill based. The advantages being my reload speed on these torpedoes and the speed of the torpedoes, right? So I don't know. Part of this video is just like showcasing just how low of a score you can get in terms of damage, and I tell you, I'm still gonna be #1 on the leaderboard. That's like your what do we call it? That's a spoiler alert. Come out top of the leaderboard. This win, as we're gonna see it, is all based on just spacing and understanding the flow of the fight. I capped A. All of the ships on my team are on two opposite sides of the map. I'm watching the map. The hardest part about playing as a destroyer is it's your job to see everything. So you're supposed to be aware of virtually everything going on the map, so that you can be in position to spot ships that went undetected, or to cap bases and contest bases to make sure the enemy's not getting points. Right now we have 2 out of 3 caps, but if you look, we're just barely winning, right? We're up by 3 points right now. Well, 6 now, but we're literally right on the edge of winning or losing. My team just said they want to go after that battleship that's up there. So that's 3 of my big ships considering going to fight 1 ship in the opposite direction of the enemy team. So I told them it's more important to hold this position, because if you look at the map, we have only 1 ship. I believe there's only 1 ship left over there, and they're about to be ahead on points. So we have to flip this cap. Now, I'm in a kamikaze. This is not the boat that wants to go against 2 destroyers. Luckily, this guy looks like he's had better days. He's almost dead. So we'll see if, well, he survived, right? Why would I get back? So that shows, like, you don't understand, like, the flow of this fight. If I don't hold this cap or get this cap, we're definitely gonna lose. We're outgunned, and we are about to lose C cap, and now they're contesting A cap. So we would be making 0 points at this moment, right? Well, the battleship's not in A yet, but he's about to get into A and contest A. So I need to come up with a plan to be able to hold off, what is that, 2, 4, 6 ships in a ship that is not built to have straight up gunfights with other destroyers. That is not what this boat is really good at, especially not with a torpedo build. So we're gonna set a trap. Alright, I know there are 2 destroyers. Looking at the map, this would be the general area that they're most likely in. So I'm gonna send some torpedoes down possible lanes. If you treat this game like a shooting game, like Call of Duty or something, you're playing the angles. Ships are just like people, and this is a shooting game in boats. If you treat it that way, you'll have a whole different view of the game. So now you'll see we are still under now, right? They killed the battleship. So set this trap right here. I'm absolutely not gonna sit in this smoke at all. This is a trap. I have 2 destroyers that are intent. They're gonna have to kill me, right? I have this cap. If time goes on, the enemy team has to come through here to get to my team. This is your job as a destroyer, to zone enemies, spot. You're the eyes. If I'm not over here, the enemy is just moving unchecked. I don't necessarily want to be in a position to get jumped, right? However, for the win, this is where I'd have to be. And until I get support, I have to take up my own little position right here and still try to make sure they still think I'm in that smoke over there. So I know there's a battleship on the other side of this island, so I'm gonna send them some presents right there, and we're fishing right now. This is all go fish. You take your best guess, and you try to see if you can make something happen. Still covering all these different angles and lanes. Again, there's the difference between having a just having a natural advantage, or trying to have the skills needed, because you can be in like a Udachi or some high tier boat and get one shot. So it's way more important to understand your ship and understand the flow of the fight, to be able and look, the trap worked. The destroyer went exactly where my smoke was, trying to find me. Now, I told you I was tired. I wasn't ultra try hard. I missed that first shot. I do like my torpedoes a lot more though. Uh, and with this build at range, these guns are gonna be just bad. It's part of what comes with doing a full straight up torpedo build. You lose some accuracy on your guns and some reload time and some range on your guns. Whatever. That's just what comes with the build, right? Anyway, so the point is, winning, right, is always going to be the goal. You want to have fun. I personally have fun winning, but I'm not judging. Like there's I try to make sure that you guys get like just pure information, not like that type of stuff that is like all salty and all of that. The more you play and you get team members that don't understand what's going on, like it's easy to get frustrated. And I try to make sure you guys just have something cool to look at, have some fun. See that Clemson was charging my position. That's why I moved. I don't have twist and track running. I don't use twist and track a lot. For me, I try to treat this whole map like a football game. Like you're just trying to read the plays. There's only but so many places that would make sense for any of these ships to go to try to attack me. These boats didn't have twist and track running, so I didn't have to worry about them knowing exactly where I was. And that's something I didn't even think about at the time, because it just it's stuff that I just do without having to think about it at this point. I've played a couple thousand matches. But the key is understanding the flow of the battle is going to allow you to know what you need to do and where you need to be. So this trap worked. Mind you, this whole stop to the enemy team came from being able to identify this situation before it got out of hand. So I don't have any ultra concealment or anything. It's just what comes with the ship. And it's just one of those things where I'm trying to, I play with all sorts of random builds. I test some of the strangest things. And I do that because I want to have a full understanding about how the mechanics of this game works and how to have the most fun. I enjoy trying wacky, weird stuff. Getting my Fantask up to 60 knots. That was fun. That was just crazy stuff. And it's important that we keep our eyes on having fun and doing things that are cool, because if we get caught up in damage, I might have chased those battleships up there. I might have chased into this sea cap before I had reinforcements. I might have, done a lot more risky things, instead of playing for the win. And winning is important, but having fun is important as well. So don't get caught up on things too much. This video was like a little bit of everywhere. I'm just trying to sprinkle the community with something a little different. See that top of the leaderboard? Barely did any damage. Don't lose your sleep on oh, I'm not putting up all these crazy numbers. Alright, until the next one.